My name is Shaun Markus Lee, the founder of LunchBox Smart Restaurant Solution. LunchBox is a smart point-of-sales solution that takes all the tools of an international fast food chain and provide it to an SME F&B owner. When we looked at the market post-COVID, everything changed. The way the F&B restaurant operates totally was very different from a lifetime ago. But strangely enough, the technology has not caught up. Right now, if you go on ground, manpower is expensive, rental is expensive, and it's really difficult to find suitable staff to work for you. That's why we decided to come back into the industry to do this. When we first started LunchBox, from the get-go, we knew we needed a solution that can help us scale. So we used many softwares or explored many softwares through my whole career doing startups. Some are really, really good at what they do, but the disadvantage that many apps have out there is that they're very siloed. One will be specialty in a CRM, one will be specialty in a accounting software, but they don't talk. And when they don't talk, it's a pain for us. As an SME, as a startup owner, you have no time or you don't spend much time on administrative work. As you all know, as a startup, time is our currency. And we want to optimize that time to do what is necessary rather than be bogged down with unnecessary paperwork. So we needed something robust from the start. So when we chose Zoho One was simply because it had all the right tools all integrated together. From CRM all the way to Books, to Projects, to Desk, Sales IQ, and take it all the way to analytics. The data lake is seamless. I can transport information from both sides directly. LunchBox approach the implementation was step by step, module by module. And that was very critical for us. We started with the heart of it, which is our business development. We sat down with them, we found out every process of what they did, and we tied it down together with Zoho CRM. CRM in Zoho One was really helpful from physically meeting, online meeting a client, all the way to closing a deal.
Every time we go to an event or people that we meet outside, we do have exchange name cards and get contacts from them. So we will have difficulty trying to upload them one by one. But Zoho CRM allows me to scan and upload all these details very, very quickly. I love the fact that Zoho CRM, it allows me to customize my own sales pipeline. So I'm able to track more efficiently every stage my prospect or my client is at.
So CRM in Zoho One has a lot of automations. And with every stage and every milestone, we could set different triggers. For example, after I meet the first person, it sends a little teaser to them to let them warm up about our product. And along the way, it sends reminders to both our business development team and also to the customer that, hey, we are still here. And by the time we sit down for a physical demo, they're all prepped up and they have all the right information to make a decision already. So for the last 3 years, we saw exponential growth simply by lead generation by the automation. Another key advantage for CRM is that it integrates seamlessly with other Zoho One tools. Once the business development team does what they need to, it automatically translates to the finance department. And that's another magic that happens. We don't have a really professional finance team simply because Zoho Books does all the heavy lifting for us. So for Books, once when they create the deal, the pipeline is ready to go for a quotation, automatically it triggers and it sends. And on the spot, the client can see and they review, click accept, and done. And the best part is that once the client accepts it, it converts to an invoice, converts into a sales order, and we use Zoho Sign to immediately get them to sign off. And because this triggers so fast, it gives the client the assurance that we are efficient, that we can actually set up as fast as how we do this process. I remember back in the days in our last startups, it takes an hour just to get all these things done. Now within 2 clicks, 3 clicks, less than 2 minutes, everything is completed. Running a startup, you need to have your financial health very clearly stated. So with Zoho Books, you can see your statements clearly, your receivables, your expenses, even your forecast for the next couple of months. So in the previous tradition is you submit your invoices, you submit your expenditure, and then somebody collates that and then starts processing it. Right now with the Zoho Expense app in Zoho One, immediately they just take a picture, they submit, auto is sent to approval with the right people. And you don't need to submit all this paperwork and spend all that time trying to do all your calculations. Everything is done automated for you. And that links directly to Zoho Books. Inventory for any business is a balancing act. You cannot have too many, you cannot have too little. And to find that perfect balance is almost impossible if you're running a spreadsheet. Because we're running so fast, we needed a tool that gives us exact real-time information. And Zoho Inventory in Zoho One proved exactly that point. Because we are very in-time inventory. We needed to know exactly how many stocks coming in and at which day do we deploy out. So the mobile app from Zoho Inventory proved really helpful when there were 4 or 5 people managing this at the same time. And because also we have 2 different warehouses, we needed to have that kind of information that can link together. Anyone can have a good software, but to be a great company, you need very good customer support. When we first started off, when we had a few customers, everybody was using WhatsApp. But at this juncture, we have about 2,000 merchants using us. Having 2,000 group chats just doesn't work. We're bound to miss out all this information.
Managing our customers are top priorities is because if they face issues, we have to attend to them immediately. If not, it will obstruct their operations.
So Zoho Desk and Zoho Sales IQ in Zoho One was truly helpful because now we had this common platform that all our merchants can just log in, send their requests, log their issues, and seamlessly it tags on to Zoho Projects, Zoho Tracker, Zoho Sprint, and our different teams can manage. Because one request has many different facets. It could be a bug, it could be a request, it could be just, hey, I need some help. So it funnels to the right department in each different team using the right apps.
When customers face an issue and they need assistance, they actually scan our QR, which is on the LB wallpaper, to come to our Sales IQ. On Sales IQ, we will have a support team to acknowledge their questions and to help them to resolve their issues on hand. And if it cannot be done through phone calls or through chats,
we will just use Zoho Assist to remotely access and help them troubleshoot. And that saves them a lot of heartache and saves us a lot of pain to try and explain to them the different steps. Although it sounds like a minute to us, but for them, at that situation could be a lifetime. So Zoho Assist was very helpful in terms of remotely accessing and solving our clients' problems.
If it can't be resolved, we will move it to the ticket on Zoho Desk, and then we will update the merchant through emails and let them know when the timeline will be met, when can we solve it for them, and then we will close the ticket once it's done.
One thing we really like about Zoho Desk and Zoho Sales IQ is the SLA feature that we have. Because of this round robin, immediately when it sends to the first support executive, if there's no answer, it triggers to the next, to the next, to the next. This gives us comfort to know that our clients are answered within the SLA. So if you notice, it ties seamlessly with the rest of the apps. And through that, everything happens instantaneously. Again, that gives a lot of comfort for the merchant to know that they are taken care of, and also gives us as a startup to know the visibility of how our team responds and how efficient they are. So we're pretty obsessive with this information, and because every month we go through with each support guys to say that how fast have they been responding, are they consistent, and more importantly, is the customer happy the way they respond. LunchBox is obsessed with SOP, and we spend literally 80% of our time refining that, and Zoho Projects gives us the right tools. From there, we can see our milestones, our tasks, our subtasks, and everybody can manage it seamlessly with the timelines. So every time the business development team sends out an invoice, immediately it triggers to inventory knowing that how much stock needs to exit. And because it's also linked to Zoho Projects, we'll know which day are we going to set up, and we can forecast what items to buy at which particular day. This information is priceless because now we can balance the stock between how much we buy and how much is exiting without too much delay for the client. How we manage our projects is from 3 different angles. First, with Zoho Tasks, we'll know exactly every setup, consistently what should be done and when. That gives us a very good insight. We also have issues. Through this issues tracker, immediately it sends to our development team. So they'll know that, hey, this is something that we need to improve on, this is something we need to work on, and they can work on it with priority. And the third way is through Zoho Sprints. Zoho Sprints in Zoho One has a really good integration with GitHub and also in terms of development. Being a startup, we're constantly innovating, we're always building new toys, and we needed something that can help us exactly what to be improved and what not to. Because in every software, there are millions and lines of codes. There's no way to track unless you have a very good tool. And when we manage all 3 together, it gives us a very good foundation and to everybody manage their tasks seamlessly. The long-term impact of using Zoho One is to give us consistency. I would say that Zoho One is like a switchblade for any startup. It's all the right tools to help you sharpen your operational efficiency on ground.